Hello, folks. Figured I would do my 6 week update. This Tuesday was 6 weeks in surgery. Um, I weighed myself yesterday when I spoke to the nurse, and I think my weight was about 225. And my starting weight, or my highest weight, was 265. So that's pretty good. Um, Feeling better in my body for sure. Feel like I can be more active without hurting myself and want to be more active too, which is great. And now that I hit the 6 week mark, I'm actually allowed to do pretty much any physical activity um, as long as it feels comfortable. So my plan is to start doing some yoga. Given the quarantine and everything, I'm pretty limited in my options. I had hoped to maybe be able to start doing some indoor rock climbing, but that is not a possibility right now. So hoping to do some yoga, taking more walks with the kids, and also have a bike that I'd like to get fixed up and hopefully get a trailer for so I can bike and have the kids with me. So that's the plan right now. Don't know when I'll get all that done. Financially, I can't really afford anything right now. Um, I did not get my stimulus payment yet, which don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, just to update. So yeah, feeling pretty good. All my scars are healed. No bruising. Everything feels fine. There are certain foods that so far have not gone well. The main one that I can think of right now is hamburgers. I've made my own hamburgers and then also got hamburgers delivered the other night. And both times, just after a few bites, it felt stuck. And I tried chewing really well, but I might not have chewed as well as I needed to. And it just felt stuck for like a couple hours. Like I couldn't really eat any more food or drink much water, but I did drink a little to try to see if that would help get it down. Um, so I'll probably take a break from hamburgers for a little bit, or just take very tiny bites. Um, what else? Other foods have been fine. I have not experienced any dumping syndrome. I haven't tried to eat anything real out of control like cake, but I did have these Passover cookies that my friend had gotten from me and the kids, and I've been able to take a bite or two of those or eat even a whole, like they're small cookies, and haven't had any issues, so I suppose that's a good thing. And but I've been trying to find low sugar alternatives. I really don't like most sugar substitutes. I'm sure I've told you that before. So sometimes it's just I try it and see if I like it, and if I don't, then I don't eat it. But I did get a mint ice cream the other day at the store. That's I don't know if it's specifically keto, but it's Rebel brand, and it has 5 grams of carbs. And they use erythritol, might be saying that wrong, as a sweetener. And it was pretty good. I just had like a little, like I got one of my little 3 ounce Tupperwares out, so I didn't be too crazy with it, and just had that, and it was really nice. And I didn't feel like I needed to have more. It felt like a good amount. Um, so yeah, it's been nice to not have to think about restricting too much in terms of what I can eat. Not eating like too much in terms of bread products, but did have like a tiny bit of bun along with the burger they ate the other day, and have had rice with some of my foods. That all seems to be going well. Overall, feel really good. The doctor said, or the nurse said, that they usually test to see if sleep apnea has gone away about 6 months after surgery. And since we have COVID stuff, I don't think they would schedule me anyway. So I'll give it another few months before I go in for that, but I do think it's likely better. Carpal tunnel stuff is not as good as I thought it would be by now. With this amount of weight loss, I had kind of hoped it would be gone, but my right hand's fine, but my left hand still does go numb. I would say a couple times a day, a few times a day, it depends what I'm doing. But like if I'm holding my phone like this over my face, like resting in bed or something, my hand will go numb pretty easily. But no pain, so that's good. And it at least doesn't seem to be getting worse, which, that's always good. I do have some pain in my right elbow that I've had for a while now. I really do think, for anyone who's followed my pain journey, I had chronic back pain that then I used pain reprocessing therapy and it went away. Mostly, I still have some stiffness and some stuff that comes up, but for the most part it's better. But I think that what happened was my brain found a new place to to have pain. So I have some pain in my elbow, and I think I'll just need to do some of the kind of psychological work around that, because I don't think there's anything actually wrong with my elbow, especially now that it's been a few weeks. For 6 weeks, I didn't lift anything heavy. The only weight my elbow sustained is like if I was lifting myself up off the floor, pushing myself off the floor, but I really don't think that's enough to cause an elbow injury. So planning to do some work around that, but it's not terribly problematic, but it's not comfortable. So I'm hoping to work on that. Anyway, yeah, feeling good. Really would like to get more physical activity in. I did go for a really good walk with the kids yesterday, but obviously when I'm walking with the kids, it's really slow. So it didn't feel like a real workout, but I did get some, did walk more than usual, so that was good. Yeah, it's still funny to me that like people aren't really gonna see me in real life, at least until I come out of quarantine. There's a part of me that hopes like when I go to the grocery store that I'll run into somebody I know so that they can see me. But I guess you can kind of tell. I mean, if you know me, you can tell that things are slimmer up in here. I still have belly, but I have been fitting into some of my size 38 pants and some, not all, and then some size 40s and some extra larges that I had, extra large shirts that I had around. So this morning went through a bunch of old clothes and tried things on to see what's fitting and what I might want to wear going forward. Some of my shirts are starting to be large, but it doesn't really matter. Like, large shirts are better than small shirts. And I have these great stretchy jeans that I just love so much, and I'm getting too small for them, so I have to tighten my belt pretty tight to keep them on. So when my stimulus check does come, hopefully eventually, I hope to buy myself a smaller pair of these because they're super comfy. And my friend Jay sent me some of his clothes from when he was in the size 36, 38 range, but most of the pants are pretty stiff. So I'd like to get another pair of stretchy jeans, and maybe stretchy black jeans would be awesome too. So, but I don't really want to spend too much money on clothing since I don't know how long I'll be at this size. Anyway, these are my glasses for blue light. They're supposed to help me not have eye problems and headaches at the end of the day, since I see clients online and I spend a lot of my day on the phone anyway, checking Facebook and all that. So anyway, yeah, overall doing great, and feeling good about food stuff for the most part. I still can eat just such a small amount that sometimes I am preparing more than I think. Like, I had saved some Indian food from the other night, and I'd say it came up to the second. I don't know if you can see these little things. It came up to there, and like I ate as much as I could, and now I'm full. Or I was full when I ate that. So sometimes it's frustrating, and then I'm like, well, do I refrigerate it again and then reheat it again, or is that gross? And because of my emetophobia, I'm always afraid to eat things if they might at all potentially be food poisoning. So I'm more cautious than most, probably. But yeah, still trying to get my water in. Started taking calcium citrate. There is a thing about people losing hair after bypass, and I spoke to the nurse, and she said that most people do, but they notice it between 3 and 6 months. So she said it wouldn't be surprising if I noticed some thinning in the next bit. But she said after about 6 months it stops. I guess the surgery itself is kind of an injury to hair production. So far it's fine, and I have a pretty full head of hair. I don't mind if it's thin for a little while. At least I think not. Yeah, I think that's all I have. But just wanted to keep up with these updates as a way to kind of hold myself accountable and keep track of everything that I've done. Yeah, I might not do another one till it's been about 3 months, just depending on if there's any changes. But overall, things have been going really well. I'm really glad I did it. I'm glad I got it in before coronavirus. And although it was hard at first not using food to cope, I'm actually doing all right. And I'm not vaping. I had considered at 6 weeks going back to vaping, but given that people who do get coronavirus tend to have worse impact if they are smoking or there's any weakening of the lungs, it would probably be best if I don't. So I'm going to try not to go back to that. And Yeah, we're getting by. We're getting by. So, thanks if you watch this.